Welcome to Visually Impaired Help Center. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. You will be notified upload the new video. Thank you.
नमस्ते। विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड हेल्प सेंटर की चैनल में मैं तन्वी आपका स्वागत करती हूँ। हम लोग डिसेबिलिटी एक्ट 2016 का अध्ययन कर रहे हैं और आज उसमें हम 8वें अध्याय का अध्ययन करेंगे। तो शुरू करते हैं। चैप्टर 8th चैप्टर, Duties and responsibilities of appropriate governments. Point number 39, awareness campaigns. 1. The appropriate government in consultation with the Chief Commissioner or the State Commissioner, as the case may be, shall conduct, encourage, support or promote awareness campaigns and sensitization programs to ensure that the rights of the persons with disabilities provided under this Act are protected. 2. The programs and campaigns specified under subsection 1 shall also a. Promote values of inclusion, tolerance, empathy and respect for diversity. B. Advance recognition B. Advance recognition of the skills, merits and abilities of persons with disabilities and of their contributions to the workforce, labor market and professional field. C. Foster respect for the decisions made by persons with disabilities on all matters related to family life, relationship, bearing and raising children. D. Provide orientation and sensitization at the school, college, university and professional training level on the human condition of disability and the rights of persons with disabilities. E. Provide orientation and sensitization on disabling conditions and rights of persons with disabilities to employers, administrators and co-workers. F. Ensure that the rights of persons with disabilities are included in the curriculum in universities, college and schools. Point number 40. Accessibility. The central government shall, in consultation with the Chief Commissioner, formulate rules for persons with disabilities, laying down the standards of accessibility for the physical environment, transportation, information and communications, including appropriate technologies and systems, and other facilities and services provided to the public in urban and rural areas. 41. Access to transport. 1. The appropriate government shall take suitable measures to provide a. Facilities for persons with disabilities at bus stop, railway stations and airports conforming to the accessibility standards relating to parking spaces, toilets, ticketing counters and ticketing machines. B. Access to all modes of transport that conform the design standards, including retrofitting old modes of transport wherever technically feasible and safe for persons with disabilities, economically viable and without entailing major structural changes in design. C. Accessible roads to address mobility necessary for persons with disabilities. 2. The appropriate government shall develop schemes, programs to promote the personal mobility of persons with disabilities at affordable cost to provide for a. Incentives and concessions, b. Retrofitting of vehicles and c. Personal mobility assistance. 42. Access to information and communication technology. The appropriate government shall take measures to ensure that 1. All contents available in audio, print and electronic media are in accessible format. 2. Persons with disabilities have access to electronic media by providing audio description, sign language interpretation, and closed captioning. 3. Electronic goods and equipment which are meant for everyday use are available in universal design. Point number 43. Consumer goods. The appropriate government shall take measures to promote development, production, and distribution of universally designed consumer products and accessory for general use for persons with disabilities. Point number 44. Mandatory observance of accessibility norms. 1. No establishment shall be granted permission to build any structure if the building plan does not adhere to the rules formulated by the central government under Section 40. 2. No establishment shall be issued a certificate of completion or allowed to take occupation of a building unless it has adhered to the rules formulated by the central government. Point number 45. Time limit for making existing infrastructure and premises accessible and action for that purpose. 1. All existing public buildings shall be made accessible in accordance with the rules formulated by the central government within a period not exceeding 5 years from the date of notification of such rules, provided that the central government may grant extension of time to the states on a case-to-case basis for adherence to this provision depending on their state of preparedness and other related parameters. 2. The appropriate government and the local authorities shall formulate and publish an action plan based on prioritization for providing accessibility in all their buildings and space, providing essential services such as all primary health centers, civil hospitals, schools, railway stations, and bus stops. Point number 46. Time limit for accessibility by service providers. The service providers, whether government or private, shall provide services in accordance with the rules on accessibility formulated by the central government under Section 40 within a period of 2 years from the date of notification of such rules, provided that the central government, in consultation with the Chief Commissioner, may grant extension of time for providing certain category of services in accordance with the said rules. Point number 47. Human resource development. 1. Without prejudice to any function and power of Rehabilitation Council of India constituted under the Rehabilitation Council of India Act 1992, the appropriate government shall endeavour to develop human resource for the purpose of this act, and to that end shall a. mandate training on disability rights in all courses for the training of Panchayati Raj members, legislators, administrators, police officials, judges, and lawyers. B. Induct disability as a component for all education courses for schools, colleges, and university teachers, doctors, nurses, paramedical personnel, social welfare officers, rural development officers, ASHA workers, Angadwadi workers, engineers, architects, other professionals, and community workers. C. Initiate capacity building programs including training in independent living and community relationships for families, members of community, and other stakeholders and care providers on caregiving and support. D. Ensure independence training for persons with disabilities to build community relationship on mutual contribution and respect. E. Conduct training programs for sports teachers with focus on sports, games, adventure activities. F. Any other capacity development measures may be required. 2. All universities shall promote teaching and research in disability studies, including establishment of study centers for such studies. 3. In order to fulfill the obligations stated in subsection 1, the appropriate government shall in every 5 years undertake a need-based analysis and formulate plans for the recruitment, induction, sensitization, orientation and training of suitable personnel to undertake the various responsibility under this act. Point number 48. Social audit. The appropriate government shall undertake social audit of all general schemes and programs involving the person with disabilities to ensure that the scheme and programs do not have an adverse impact upon the persons with disabilities and need the requirements and concerns of persons with disabilities. The chapter ends here. 8वां चैप्टर यहाँ पे ख़त्म होता है.